Welcome back to another Cube video. My name is Edward, also known as Strategy. Last time we had a pretty sweet Academy deck. Didn't quite get there, but I felt like the deck was good enough. I wish we would have had like an Upheaval or maybe one more tutor. Okay, we did not open Power. We do have a Ragavan, a Wheel of Fortune. I have not drafted a Wheel of Fortune yet. I'm not saying I should take it in this pack. I'm kind of leaning towards this Bloodstained Mire. Just kind of staying a little bit open. Plus, there's an Emperor of Bones to keep in mind. Maybe there's a Scrubland. We pick up some white cards. I do think that it's between Ragavan and Bloodstained Mire, but I'm gonna keep with the Bloodstained Mire here and see what the next pack has. Alright, we have an Oko, a Stoneforge Mystic, an NT. Okay, I'm going to take the Oko here. I do think that it is the best card so far. There is a Steam Vents, which would be kind of cool, but we need some sustenance as well. If I took the Ragavan, I would probably lean pretty hard into this NT, and then maybe the Stoneforge Mystic Wheels. I like the Malcolm as well. That's something to keep an eye out for. I don't know if it's going to wheel out of this pack. There's a nice Shelldock Isle. I'm not really too interested in Lightning Helix. Bloodstained Mire obviously isn't too great for Oko, but maybe we can end up, as long as, we can be Bug or Rug or something like that. As long as this Bloodstained Mire can touch a fetch, that's fine, because I'm heavily incentivized to be blue and or green at this point. Okay, there's a Force of Negation. I like that. I also wouldn't mind a Leovold on the wheel. There's a Mana Leak and a Daze. I wouldn't mind one of those wheeling as well, but free spells are just very powerful in this format. So I'm going to focus on that. The Savai Triumph doesn't do much for us yet. Also, there are four other blue cards in this pack, and I wouldn't mind being either Teamer or Bug. So if any of these wheel to just help increase our blue count for Force of Will, Force of Negation, I'll be very happy. Okay, this Ragavan Triumph does turn Bloodstained Mire into blue, but I think that's a bit of a stretch at this point. There's a Sleight of Hand, which is kind of underwhelming. A Bone Shards. There is an Up the Beanstalk, but I don't know how often we'd be able to trigger that normally. I don't hate a 6. Force of Negation is not necessarily a 3-drop, but if we take 6 here, it's just another 3-drop being added. But it might be more powerful than Sleight of Hand. I'm not honestly too sure. I do know that green often gets neglected, so I'm kind of leaning towards the Sleight of Hand. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Sleight of Hand. I think I would be happy to take 6 on the wheel. I just don't want to necessarily take it here. Okay, so a very, very powerful card in Fire Covenant. I think, however, I really like this Stomping Ground here as it turns Bloodstained Mire into a green source. The only blue card here is Thieving Skydiver, which is good in powered cubes as it can steal Moxen and the like. However, I really want my fixing to be good. There's a couple videos where my fixing wasn't fantastic, and I don't like to take chances if I don't have to. There's nothing in this pack outside of Fire Covenant that is powerful enough for me to kind of suggest. And Fire Covenant is 2 different colors than we already are 5 picks in. So I'm going to focus on the mana first. Oh, here's a Wrenn 6. Okay, that can kind of solidify us into Teamer. I really like that. Maybe we can get a Wasteland or a Strip Mine, and this Flame Slash on the wheel would also be pretty powerful. If we didn't have a fetch land already, I'd probably take the Flame Slash. Okay, Tashana's Tidebinder is not bad. I don't really see much else. I wouldn't mind taking this Multiversal Passage, but I do want to kind of cut blue a little bit. And Tashana's a pretty good card, I would say. Okay, Breeding Pool. That's going to be very, very valuable with both Oko and Ren and 6. Yeah, I don't see anything else in here that I'm really interested in, so let's take that. Oh, there's a Ketria Triome. I do like the Commercial District, but the Ketria Triome lets the Bloodstained Mire get blue now, and it's just our perfect Triome. I want to try very hard to stay in Rug. Okay, I mean, I'm not really interested in any of these, and there's a chance I play Talisman. Okay, there's a Pyrite Spellbomb. I don't think Tribal Flames is my thing. I don't really want to have too many tap lands, even if like we get a powerful white card. So let's just take the Spellbomb. Maybe there's like a Goyf, like a Pyrogoyf or something we can get, and this Artifact Shock will matter. In previous drafts, Pirate Spellbomb was an all-star for us, so I'm actually kind of happy to take that late, even though we don't necessarily have any synergies with it. I would like to get some more blue cards. I'm not likely to play much of anything here. I'll take the Explorer mostly because it can thin our deck if we really want to, but I'm probably still not going to play it. There's Memory Jar I'm not going to play in this deck. I am excited that Memory Jar is on the client, though, permanently, not just in this cube. For those of you that may not have seen some of my previous videos. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I'm glad I didn't take the Savai Triumph. In case we want to splash white for something like a Swords or whatever. Anyways, I do my own arena-only cards cube. So we play on Draftmancer, and oh my gosh, a Mox Emerald, that's perfect. And to finish my thought, so basically I just take the card pool of MTG Arena, whittle it down into my own cube, we draft it on Draftmancer, and then we import from Draftmancer onto Arena, and we just play each other, and it's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, with Arena, you don't have the option to be like, oh, I could just own all the cards, I'll loan out whatever, so like there is a cost, but some of us with, brand new collections and they're not quite filled out, they'll replace, like, okay, they drafted burn spell. It's hard to, because I think Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning are both non-rares at this point. But just as an example, to finish the example, like say they don't have Lightning Bolt for whatever reason, they can play Shock or whatever. It's not a great example, but I think you can get my drift. Notably, there is a Brain Freeze and a Tameo. However, we're not going to pass a Mox Emerald. I mean, it's sad that those are going to not come back, but let's take this Mox Emerald and stop holding up the draft. There's our buddy Tolarian Academy. There's also a Sentinel. Now, Sentinel I am very happy with, honestly. I do really like that. There's also a Spire Bluff Canal. We don't currently have an untapped Volcanic Island land yet. There is a Ronamap Excavator, but we're already in... we already have Ren and 6, and I'd rather play Sentinel. This is very interesting. I think I'm going to take the red-green 1-drop, maybe. There's 2, but I think I'm going to take this one and maybe the Sentinel Wheels. If that was an actual Volcanic Island, I think I'd just take that and very, very happy with it. Okay, there's a Booster Tutor, which I absolutely love, but I'm going to probably take this Mana Drain. We don't have a way to abuse it, but it would be nice to get some counter spells. Notably, Daze and Mana Leak did not wheel, like either of them, so there's clearly some blue drafters. The Talisman's not the worst thing ever. I'm not really interested in Hollowed Fountain at this point. I don't think Jace or Gobin's going to come back around, but we'll see. It's likely we're going to pick up like an Outland Liberator out of this, but yeah, we're not going to pass a Mana Drain here. Okay, there's a couple different Izzet lands. There's a Snapcaster Mage, which we don't have a way to abuse yet, but I do think that that's the most powerful card in the pack. And a deck like this definitely wants cards like Flame Slash, which we're not going to get, unfortunately, but we could get some others. And then there's 2 Izzet lands. Neither of them are fetchable, so I'm going to let them go this time. And maybe one of the 3 in these 2 packs will come back to us. I will be happy with that. Brazen Borrow would also be a pretty solid pick there, but I like the Snapcaster Mage. Okay, I'm gonna take the Titania. I don't believe we've seen Zurin Orb or Sylvan Safekeeper this draft, and we already have a fetch. We're kind of doing the Wrenn and 6 thing already. I would love to pick up another fetch. And this can just naturally be a 5-drop that gets a 5/3. You know, a 5 mana, 10 powers is not the end of the world. It's actually pretty strong in my book. So let's take that. Okay, there's a Frantic Search, which doesn't do much for us. There's a Fanatic of Rowanus. That's nice to Mox Emerald into. Yeah, there's just not much else in here. I like the Otawara specifically for Wrenn and 6. We already have Mox Emerald and Fanatic, which are kind of accelerants, and our curve's kind of low. I'm going to take the Otawara here. Okay, Duelist of the Mind. Power equal to the number of cards you've drawn this turn. Whenever you commit a crime, you may draw a card. If you do, discard. Targeting opponents, anything they control and or cards in their graveyard is a crime. So Oko can crime. Wrenn and 6 can crime. I'm just going to take this Arid Mesa. Arid Mesa gets Ketria Triumph and Stomping Ground, and that's pretty good. Plus, it's another fetch for Titania and Wrenn and 6. Mystical Tutor. What does that do for us? Not much. It's like Mana Drain, Force of Negation, and Sleight of Hand. I do think it's the strongest card, and there's a chance like we open like a Time Walk or a Recall in the last pack. I think I'm going to take the Mystical Tutor, but we may not play it if I don't get like an, oh my gosh, I have to take this card. Like I said, Recall or Time Walk. Let's see here. There's a Time Warp. That is a blue card, I think, at minimum. Bristly Bill, we don't really have a lot of creatures. So I'm going to take the Time Warp. Oh, yes, Sentinel wheeled. So did this Izzet land, which means one of the other 2 are more likely to wheel, and I really like this Sentinel. Alright. Oh my gosh, neither? Okay, that's a punish. I think we'll be fine. We have decent fixing here, so I don't regret that pick, but I do wish one of those wheeled. Yeah, let's just take the Gobin. Are we gonna take my best buddy Elgar Gargaroth? Just kidding. Sure, we'll take this. I don't know if I'm gonna play them or not, but okay. Keen-Eyed Curator is not a 0, but neither is Terra Sunder. I don't have a way to kick it, but let's just take the Keen-Eyed. I don't care about either of these. We do have a little bit of white fixing, so we'll take that, and even more white fixing. So now, like, if we do open up a Swords, I am willing to take it pretty highly. Okay, so we have a Mana Crypt here. That definitely rewards our Sentinel take. It even is really nice for Titania if we can get a fetch land early. I'm not too upset about this Tropical Island since we already have Breeding Pool, but it would be nice to wheel. I think out of this entire pack, unless we get like a Lightning Greaves or something for this Nadu, which we already passed like the 1 mana Lightning Greaves, this Tropical Island would be a nice wheel. I don't know if I want to play a bunch of tapped white sources for Fractured Identity. So yeah, we're going to take this Mana Crypt. Ooh, there's a Karakas at first. There's a Hedge Maze. There's a Chain Lightning, which I would really like, but I'm not going to take it over Karakas. Karakas is just very powerful. I don't think we have too many. I know we have the Titanium. I'm just checking if there's anything else. Okay, yeah, no. So we don't have a lot of ways to abuse it outside of Titania, but that's fine. We're definitely going to take it because bouncing our opponents things like Lelias and Guts and whatnot is going to be very strong. Okay, there is a Trinket Mage, but I'm not too interested in that. We don't have a ton of blue, and I would like to pick up some more fixing. I just don't think Cryptic Command here is the right call. There is a memory lapse, which I do enjoy, in all honesty. I would love this Comet if we were taking those Boros cards earlier. I would just slam that Comet. I'm not interested in the Courser. There's a Stock Up, which I guess goes better with our Mana Crypt, so I think I'm going to lean towards the Stock Up. I do like the Memory Lapse as it can serve as a Time Walk, but I do think that Stock Up's probably second best in this pack for us. So let's just do that. There's a Time Twister. Are we interested in that? I don't think we are. I think Spell Pierce, and also this Crop Rotation would be very strong on the wheel because we have the Titania. And not to mention, it's just extra fixing. We can get back the Sackland with Wrenn and 6. So yeah, I would love this Crop Rotation to wheel. I don't think we're a Time Twister deck. We can't abuse it in any way outside of like turn 1, couple of Moxen, Time Twister, like if we're on the play. Subtlety is also a nice one, but I really like the strength of Spell Pierce. Oh, there's... Sorry, I didn't recognize this art. Wow, yeah, I'm going to take the Prismatic Vista. That's... Oh, and a Wasteland? Okay, Wasteland's a gift. Ponder and Treasure Cruise are nice, too. But Wasteland with our Wrenn and 6 and Titania, I mean, that's... I'm going to double check, but I think that's a no-brainer. Yeah, I don't see anything else in here I'd rather have. It does look like we're not going to play that Mystical Tutor and probably not even the Snapcaster Mage, but it is what it is. We do have a Sylvan Safekeeper. That is very nice. Aurora Borhold, I've so much higher on this card than I used to be. I would love for that to wheel, but I'm going to take the Sylvan Safekeeper since we have the other thing, the Titania. Okay, so far, still Wrenn and 6 is our only red card. I'm still going to play it because our mana fixing is pretty good. Or do we want this Tursa or this Fable? There's also a Tireless Tracker, which might be subjectively better. Yeah, let's take the Tireless Tracker. I wish I had more time to consider that. The Tursa, we can't fill our yard too quickly, but the Fable's another one that I really wish I could have thought about it a little bit more. Okay, I like Phantasmal Image a lot. I'm pretty high on that card, and nothing else in here is like really like, oh my gosh. Okay, the Tropical Island did wheel. That's fantastic, especially since they're their primary colors. Let's snap that up. We're not a show and tell deck. Yeah, we're not going to play any of these. Let's take the Elspeth. Sure, why not? Someone should have taken the Elspeth. It'll be us. I don't really want to play any of these. I'll take the Teferi. Yeah, I'll just take the Teferi. Wow, Subtlety on the wheel. Yeah, we'll take a Subtlety. That was a gift. Sure, I'll let someone have fun with the Tendrils. Alright, well, this deck should be a little bit easier to build. Unfortunately, that Snapcaster Mage didn't pay off. Neither did the Mystical Tutor, but I do stand by when I took them. I think that was correct. I mean, if I would have opened up a Time Walk, those two picks would have been, like, genius. So, alright, so we don't need 17 lands. I do think we have plenty of red to splash just the Wrenn and 6. So as it sits, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red sources with only playing one mountain, which I like. We have 11 blue and 1 green, or an 8 green. But our green, like, I guess our only important, like, make sure we have is the Ignoble. Let's count our blue versus green. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green. I'm going to cut an island, and maybe I also just cut a single forest, because I don't want... Yeah, okay, so this is 17 sources with the Mana Crypt and the Mox Emerald, which means okay, yeah, so this is also a red pip, I guess, I did forget about, but we could also cycle this at absolute worst. So the question is, because there's nothing, I'm just making sure that there's nothing in here I want a Mystical Tutor for. And it looks like we are going to have to play these less than ideal blue cards. Snapcaster Mage for Time Warp just doesn't seem ideal, but... Also, we didn't get, like, any other burn besides Pirate Spellbomb. That's kind of sad. Yeah, I don't want to splash white. I really just don't. I guess I'll play this Explorer, although I'm not excited about it. And... Oh yeah, Crop Rotation didn't wheel either. I just realized that. At least I don't think it did. Pretty certain it didn't. I would have been very excited about that. Or maybe I'm just a liar. You tell me. Um, Maybe we play this Nova Hellkite because it's a thing. I think I like that better than anything else here. And I don't really want to play this Memory Jar. This is just such a weird card. It's definitely done work against me in previous drafts, but... yeah, let's... It's that, or I could take Snapcaster Mage and, like, just not have a whole lot of interaction. Like, Snapcaster Mage Time Warp is just so much mana. Let's just take the Nova Hellkite, I think. Alright, the last couple cards in this deck aren't the greatest. But we'll see. I'm not disinterested in this. I do wish we had some more threes for that Mana Crypt. Hopefully we can draw our Mana Crypt and Mox early and often. I do seem to get a lot of Mox Emeralds. I would like to get other Mox in, but this particular draft, Emerald was probably... Emerald or Sapphire are probably the best ones. Okay, so we did get a Mana Crypt, but we don't have colored mana. And we go first. This is such a... Oh, man. I mean, we don't have colored mana. We're very reliant on this Caracas being good, and we can cycle with Spellbomb, but that's it. Oh, great. This isn't fantastic either. But I'm going to keep this. Do we... I mean, I guess we can kind of high roll a 5. Because this just is not great. Let's high roll a 5 for a Mox into like a 3-drop or Mana Crypt into a 3-drop. Okay, this is, I think, our best hand by far. Let's just get rid of... Oh, why can't I drag this? There we go. Get rid of that. This replaces itself. I don't think getting rid of a land is what we're supposed to do. Sure, let's just do this. Hard Claw. Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, Renin 6 doesn't kill this. But it does get us some of our card advantage back. It would have been really nice if this wasn't a 1-2, but that's fine. I don't think that this is going too terribly bad for us being on a 5. Like, imagine if we went Mana Crypt into Sentinel on turn 1 on this 5. That would be just absolutely fantastic. I'm glad they had that, because that means they didn't pump to kill. Okay, I like this, because it's another way we can pump out lands. Okay, so we can just kind of do it all. And we even have Force of Negation up. That's great. Uh-oh. Stoneforge Mystic is not ideal. Please don't have a Cauldron. Okay, that's... Yeah, that's fine. I hope that the Cauldron is not in their hand. Also, opponent seems to be kind of going buck wild over here with 5 color, which I guess makes sense because of this field. I am going to play this Profs. Get some counters on this Gobin. Gobin is legendary, so I can't clone it. Stoneforge Mission doesn't do anything. Hard Claw doesn't do anything. Just going to discard the card that they know about. I really hope they don't have a Ketria Triumph. That's going to be very sad for us if they do. I'm going to go ahead and run out this Emerald. I mean, their deck could literally have anything. Okay. Let's see what they do here. All these 1/2s are very sad for our Wrenn and 6. Please just put the Spear into play. Please just put the Spear into play. Opponent's thinking they're not just slam dunking a Cauldron. That makes me very happy. They did shock in a Breeding Pool. Going into combat. Are they just going to attack the Wrenn and 6? Or are they going to leave in like a because they have a Batter Skull? Okay. Oh, they're attacking me. Okay. This is probably the Shinobi, unfortunately. Please don't fall on Shinobi me. Yeah, this is fallen Shinobi. Great. Can't do anything about that. Tishana's would be cool, but I mean, it is what it is. Luckily, we don't have too many things that can kind of mess us up here, and Phantasmal Imaging a Shinobi is kind of cool. Okay, Sleight of Hand, Ignoble Hierarch, that could have been a lot worse for us. And Sleight of Hand, I don't think I want to fire off the Force of Negation for. We're not like in a winning board position right now, so I don't think it's appropriate. I am going to go ahead and fetch and just, I really don't want to draw lands. I guess I'll get them, I'll get another island. And we drew another land. Okay. Well, that's too bad. No, let's undo. I think I'm supposed to just attack with Gobin first and see what happens. Okay, Time Warp is a nice one. Let's get rid of this Stomping Ground. Because now we can go Phantasmal Image. Why can't I tap this? Into kill Ignoble Hierarch. And see what they have. Let's not target them, please. Okay, this is kind of getting annoying, but it is what it is. Well, we're not going to be down ticking. Yeah, maybe we can discard this forest. Let's just do this. Man, Snapcaster Mage would actually be really good here. Wait, Teferi's... Did I put this in on accident? Oh, no. Wait. I'm so confused. Did I mess this up, like, royally? I don't remember putting this in. I'll fix that later, I guess. I'm going to discard the forest, I guess. I know that puts a counter on, but... Okay, how big does this need to be? I guess it needs to be 5. Oh, it has to be for 0. Okay. That's annoying. Just to make double sure I'm not messing this up. Yeah, I might be able to pitch this to the Stoneforge. Yeah, nope. Okay, still not. All right. Oh, and I'm just dead now, too. Yeah, that's really annoying. I don't know what... I don't... I guess I need to go back. But, yeah, we're dead, unfortunately. I guess I could have forced a negation to that, but we're already dead on board. Yeah, if this is going to be in our deck, I need the white source. Oh, just attack with the 5/4? That would be great. It gives us a chance. Yeah, we have a chance. I don't think we're going to do much with it. But can this block? Yes, it can. So notably, if I down tick... Oh, wow. That's kind of annoying. Because, yeah, I was going to say, if I down ticked those 2 times, I didn't have to pick up a land. They'd be at 2. But I don't... They wouldn't fetch if I had this Gobin in play like this. Let's stock up, see what we find. Noble or Nova kills them, right? Yeah, I kept my double red up. Wow, is this gonna work? I guess Warp would have done it too. Wow, we stole that. Them not attacking with the Stoneforge absolutely stole that. I mean, I'm okay with that win. I do got to go back into my deck though. I don't. Did I misclick that? I don't. That's crazy. Let's see what we did here. Okay, yeah, there's 40 cards. Why is this Teferi in here? I guess if I'm going to play the Teferi, I take and put in the Sparas. I don't like the Jetmir's Garden in here too, but... whatever. I do still think, although the Snapcaster Mage would have been nice there, yeah, I think, sure. I don't like this at all. Oh no, that makes our Prismatic Vista so much worse. Okay, let's play one of these. So the blue-green one is clearly the better one. No, it's not. No, because we only need the one. But we can't, the blue, green, white one, we can't get off Arid Mesa. I mean, Bloodstained Mire. So, or this one we can. So yeah, I lied. The Sparrows Headquarters is the worst of the two. And I'm gonna keep an extra forest, I believe. Yeah, 15 lands plus the 2 Mox. Okay, that was also a Mold of 5, keep in mind. Alright, let's try this, I guess. So we have a fetchable white source now, which is fine. I'm not going to put in a basic. The Caracas. Yeah, the basic planes is just so bad in this. The Fairy is just not great in here, but I don't see... It's that or the Snapcaster Mage, I guess. You know what? Let's just make our mana base just that much better. Let's cut this to Fury, which clearly I put in, but oops, not double click. Put back in that island. Make sure I'm not messing this up. 15 lands. Okay, yeah. And then both of these are in there. Yeah, let's do this. I mean, I can always Snapcaster Mage to slide a hand or something. All right. Somehow we are 1-0. I do not know how. Do not ask me. But you know what? That Nova Hellkite, or whatever it's called, my apologies, did some work. So did Gobin, speaking of which. Okay, this is a functioning hand. We get to go Gobin, potentially into Tireless Tracker if we want, or Forest. I'm not Forest, sorry, Pirate Spellbomb. Let's keep. It's a lot better than our 7 and our 6 last time. Okay, I do like the Force of Negation. This Time Warp is going to be our pitch if we decide to do it. It would be nice if we don't have to use this Otawara so we can abuse it. Hey, with our buddy Ridden 6, I was about to say. Okay, I like this because now I can, if they don't interfere with me, I can convene this Otawara in play and then Ridden 6 back. Never mind. And that's why I really like having this interaction. Yeah, we're gonna counter that there, buddy. Alright, please draw me a land, a fetch land specifically. Okay, but we do have a Sentinel. That is actually a nice draw in this position. That's actually a very nice draw in this position. And let's hope that all they had was that sneak attack. I love this art so much. I played it in my cube for a little bit. Unfortunately, I did switch it out because I like to do like the max rarity stuff with my cube, but this was so much fun. And the flavor text on this, check it out. It's one of my favorites. Ooh, Recurring Nightmare. Okay, they currently can't abuse it. This isn't a legendary, unfortunately. Let's just attack. Yes, I know I can Ren 6 it, but let's attack and see what they do first. Oh, no. Let's do this first. Yeah. I guess I could... Okay, no, because I'm definitely going to Ren 6 it. So let's see what this finds us and see if we can do a little bit more damage. I mean, sure. Two Sentinels seems great here. Okay. I'm going to play this Caracas. We're going to play this Ren 6. We're going to No Mercy them. Now, notably, I cannot, or I should say I should not, target my Phantasmal Image with any of these tokens. I am going to leave up the Caracas. They seem like they could have a lot of legendaries. There's Leilias, there's Guts, there's like Italis, although Italis I don't really want to be bouncing. Okay. Oh, there's Tursas. Tursas we can bounce. Let's see what they do with it first. Notably, we could also Pirate Spellbomb it, but let's just force them to keep using their mana. I mean, that's probably fine. They get to cycle through a lot, but now I'm going to play a Tireless Tracker here. Notably, I could have kept it around and then Phantasmal Imaged, but I think I'm okay with a Tireless Tracker here. I don't have a land to get, unfortunately, which is really sad. And I'm not going to pop this because we know what the next card is, and I don't need to give this a counter. So let's just uptick for nothing and pass. I don't hate our position here. If our opponent's going to keep using 3 mana, yes, they have a Recurring Nightmare, but keep in mind, if they discard a Fatty, this will put a trigger on the stack so I can bounce it before they can Recurring Nightmare. Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to... Yeah, I think I was supposed to do that now in case that was a Fatty. But then they can discard it, so it's... Yeah, it's interesting, but I do think I need to start doing it just in case from now on. Yep, they want to attack there. It doesn't matter. They don't have 7. Yeah, I'm going to bounce it. Let's go. Ooh, a Path to Exile. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Because we're not going to get our Sentinel. And I do love our Sentinel. Oh, wait, no, we don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to. Yeah, I want my Sentinel. Excuse me. Man, imagine if we had a fetch land. This Caracas is putting in some work for us, though. Alright, and remember, we are going to bounce it in response this time. We don't want them putting in a fatty and then recurring nightmaring it. Good thing we did that. That's a Gristlebrand. And they got it anyways. Alright, well, at least we get to copy the Gristlebrand. It's not the end of the world. We get to copy it and then bounce theirs. So if they draw 7, like, cool. Yeah, draw 7, buddy. That's fine. Yeah, we'll get to play a land finally, I guess. They've been on 4 mana for quite a bit. Oh, please don't Thoughtseize us. Because they know about the Phantasmal Image. Yeah, I sense a Thoughtseize coming. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we take that. We can even kill the Vidalin, whatever it's called. Let's see here. So let's Phantasmal Image. Copy the Gristle. Bounce the Gristle. Now they do have a Tursa. We need to keep that in mind. Yeah, we don't have a way to deal all the damage, unfortunately. Because this is going to be 5, potentially. Let's draw 7 and see what we do. If only we had a Chain Lightning in our deck. Oh, a Mana Drain? Okay, that helps a lot. Let's just do this. Yep, that is very strong. And yeah. Let's end the turn. We will discard some lands. Finally, we got our Wrenn and 6 going, boys. No, Wrenn and 6 did some work. It killed that Ocelot Pride early, which would have been kind of a hassle, and then it just let us basically it let us bolt. Yeah, we're gonna Mana Drain that and go to win target game, please. All right, that was fun. I guess Mana Drain's a way to use all those map tokens. All right, let's keep this gravy train rolling. Starting off 2-0, I would say that that's probably above my initial expectation. Like, yes, we are a Mana Crypt Mox deck, but we didn't even have those that game. I am glad that I kept the Sentinel on top of the path. I'm really glad that it's May. I remember one time one of my friends, Vampiric, tutored in my cube, and I pathed one of their creatures and to see if they would shuffle, and they did. That was very nice. Yeah, they didn't know. They got mad at me afterwards because they didn't know that it was a May, because I pointed it out to them afterwards. Yeah, I mean, this is sleight of hand into Gobin, and we have a subtlety in case oopsies happens. Oh, also, that Force of Negation there, exiling that sneak attack, that's just one of the examples I was talking about when I was saying free spells is just so good. We get to advance our board state. Okay, I'm just going to take this Explorer. No, I guess I'm going to have other things to do. Let's just take the Titania. Like, we could even turn 3 Snapcaster Mage Sleight of Hand if we really want to. Oh. Also, Sleight of Hand, or not Sleight of Hand, Snapcaster Mage is a perfectly acceptable pitch to Subtlety and Force of Negation. Imagine if we rip a Mana Crypt off the top here. How good would that be? Would that be pretty good? Demonic Tutor is not exciting for us. I am just going to go get our Triome. Okay. I don't think I want this Ignoble. And this puts a counter on it anyways, which is nice. Let's just do this, and then next turn I have, if I don't have to use the Otawara, which I highly doubt, we can Titania and get a real clock going. I do hope that they just play a creature. Maybe they Demonic Tutor, which is also maybe fine. But please play a creature so I can just curve. Nope, they Demonic Tutor. Okay. So maybe I'm supposed to hold up Subtlety now. But I guess I have Subtlety anyways because the Snapcaster Mage. Free spells are awesome. Because if it's not a creature, then I can't do anything about it anyways. And just to make sure, yeah, I don't have anything I can Snapcaster if I did want to explore that option. Ooh, Tishana's. Let's attack and see what happens. Am I supposed to Tishana's now? Or hold it up? I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to wait for next turn. I don't think that they Demonic Tutored for a creature or Planeswalker. But I need to advance my board and start getting things done. Oh, this probably doesn't find anything. No, this gets Stomping Ground. Okay, yeah. That's an Entomb. That's not good. Wow. Alright, so leaving up the Tishana's would have been decent, but they still get an Atraxa, which I don't think I can beat. I need to... Oh my gosh. So I think Tishana's does counter this. That's too bad. Yeah, Tishana's would have countered it. That is really too bad. A Phantasmal Image would be a decent draw here. Okay, they had a pretty bad Atraxa, so let's please draw a... I guess I'll settle for a Pirate Spellbomb as well, but I would obviously much prefer a Phantasmal Image. Let's just fetch this out now. Alright, Phantasmal Image, Time Warp, something. Not Mana Crypt. Time Warp actually wouldn't be that bad, because we can get a few hits in with the Gobin. Okay, Explorer is not one of them. So this sees one extra card, and lets us play a land. I think I'm going to Snapcaster Mage first. because that lets us see more cards, and then I could potentially go explore into land into Phantasmal Image. Please see a Phantasmal Image. Nope. I guess we take the Wasteland. Explore into Phantasmal Image. Come on, baby. One time. I got excited. I got excited. Oh, well. Yeah, that's really bad. I guess let's just do this into Gobin. We have drawn a couple extra cards. Man, imagine if we found a Caracas. We could still find Caracas, so I'm not going to play this land. Oh, I can target any of my stuff. But then they can just chump block there. And they're going to gain so much life, so yeah, let's just do this. Alright, find Caracas. I do think that they're going to chomp. Oh. Okay, do they have another reanimate spell, maybe? Are they playing around Caracas? Are they behind me right now playing their game? Oh, that's actually kind of nice. I'm going to get rid of the Trop. That way we still have the subtlety up. Keep in mind we can make another 5/3. That's so frustrating. Yep. Alright, at least it's a 6/7 now. Let's see if they have a better... Oh, they have Thoughtseize. That's so brutal. And they have Underworld Breach, so we may just be dead. Yeah, that's brutal. Okay, the Animate Dead being in their hand makes sense why they would block with the Atraxa. Yeah, just leaving up Tishana's Tidebinder there would have actually worked out. But we didn't know they had the Entomb. And even so, you know, if they had actual Reanimate or one of the other non-activated ability or triggering ability Reanimate spells, then it wouldn't have mattered. So I do like the Titania play there. And I would probably do it again. It just didn't work out this time, and that's okay. Wish we had the Keen-Eyed in play. So what they're doing now is that they're using Lion's Eye Diamond as a Black Lotus off of the Underworld Breach. They are exiling 3 cards out of their graveyard with the Underworld Breach in order to cast the Lion's Eye Diamond. And then now they're brain freezing us. Which, notably, this Tishana's would counter the Storm trigger. And I do believe that we are dead now. But this kind of shows you what this deck can do, which is pretty cool. Yep, there's our Caracas. But yeah, our opponent had a very cool deck. I did point out how we could have stopped it, but I don't necessarily like that line, because if they just do anything else that this doesn't matter for, then we didn't advance our board state, which increases our clock, and we just kind of gave them more time. I think it's very comparable to like them not attacking with Stoneforge Mystic there when we were at 6 in their first game. So, but yeah, all right. Well, we let our opponent have their fun, and we got to kind of show you the Underworld Breach combo. So let's go ahead and move on. I don't regret my actions that game. I don't think that they are misplays. I stand by that line. It's just part of variance, I think. Because keep in mind, they very easily could have had like reanimate, right? And then none of that mattered as far as the Tishanas. I mean, I'm not in love with this hand, but it does things, I suppose. But we have Mana Crypt and Mox Emerald in our deck. So I think we can mulligan a mid hand to try to find a Fire 6. Okay, I don't hate this either. We're obviously going to keep, and I think I'm going to bottom the Titania because we're just so far from it. And if we can get another blue source, that would be nice. Okay, we did. So maybe we just play this tapped and hold the sleight of hand for later. And now we have mana drain up moving forward. Our opponent last round had a really cool deck. I really liked it. Now it looks like my dog Thor. I don't know what character that actually is. Okay, that's going to be a problem in a few turns. Oh, is Sheoldred in the yard they're going to get back? Okay. So I think, unless they have a Dark Ritual or something, I think now is the time to play the Gobin. Because I really like to counter that Sheoldred. Okay, please don't have a Dark Ritual. Oh, a Baragorf. Okay. Well, that's kind of annoying. So notably, I can go Phantasmal Image or Emerald Tireless Tracker into land. Let's see what the Gobin does first. I kind of like... Oh, there's Tishana's. I don't know if Tishana's going to do much. Let's discard that and get a clock going. I think I like... Oh, no, I don't have 3 blue. That's frustrating. Yeah, not having 3 blue is pretty frustrating. And there's not a sorcery. Yeah, I know it's my go. I hate when people do this. Like, I'm clearly thinking. I don't know why people have to be rude. But they're just going to play a Sheoldred next turn, so maybe we just take the Baragorf hit. I'm going to keep the Mox Emerald. Now, sadly, because of this Baragorf, they have all the power here. So I hope they just go land into Sheoldred so I can counter it and move on. Getting back a Tireless Tracker is not great. Okay, well that's nice for them, I guess. But we got to do something. Maybe they don't have a 4th land, but I doubt it. I think they were just clearly we have a counterspell there. Yeah. So at this, oh my gosh. All right, well this might be another quick loss for us. Unfortunately, we're just not able to get out ahead of this Baragorf. Do we double Tireless Tracker? I don't think so. Let's slide a hand first. See what else we get. Sure, we'll take the Keen-Eyed. Oh my god, I almost declined this to auto kill it. I already cast it, so I can't take it back. I should have attacked first. Was the thing I was getting at before I did all that. This could grow, but they also have a death touching life linker. So yeah, let's just get rid of this, and then let's play this Keen-eyed. It just really sucks that they can just slam a Shieldred now and we can't do much about it. Yep, there's a Shieldred. Hopefully they don't have a Time Twister because that'll just kill us. Oh, a Caracas? That was a fantastic draw, ladies and gents. Oh, they just scoops to it. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I love our line there. Because if we trade off Goyfs, like the Keen-eyed Curator just gets so big. And I was debating. The reason why I hesitated is because I was gonna debate about attacking first, seeing how they block, because I could Keen-eyed in response to kill the Shieldred if they block with it for some reason, and then I could just bounce the the Tameo. Okay, that was great. That was such a good draw. Maybe their hand was just full of lands. They were getting their enchantment back soon, but yeah, Caracas just does a lot of work there. So I think the scoop was pretty early, but you know we take those. You go first. Okay, you know, Spellbomb into Talisman, which holds up the activation, and to stock up Titania with a fetch. I'm not gonna mulligan this. That's just how it is. I'm gonna get the Triumph with this. I'm really glad we got the Teamer Triumph because it turned our Bloodstained Mire into all three of our colors, and notably we got to actually use our pack one pick one. I loved these lands. These were legal when I first started playing Magic. Uh-oh. This was not legal when I first started playing Magic. Wow, nice deck. Okay, well, we're probably going to go to 2 losses here. Good thing we picked up that win. Okay, we can kill that. We're not going to play the Talisman. Oh, wait. Yeah, because I wanted to get the green. That's right. That's why I didn't play this. Sorry, I didn't state it. I'm being bad, and that's okay. But you know what? I'm glad that I didn't play this Pirate Spellbomb now because they probably wouldn't have played the Jace. Maybe they would have, but either way, we're not going to give them the opportunity to do anything with it. And now next turn we can stock up. It's going to be kind of annoying if we find a Caracas there because the Caracas just kind of deals with the Jace all day. But Nexus of Becoming. Okay, well, let's see what 3/3 they put into play. Oh, is that a triplicate Titan? That's so disgusting. That is so disgusting. You know what? I'm going to Talisman into Profs here instead of stock up. This isn't even legendary. Yeah. Okay, that's not fantastic. So this has to get Stomping Ground left, I think. Obviously, we can Prismatic Vista as well. Because I want to use Forest to play the Titania to get that land back. This is going to be tough. The power of Mana Crypt Soul Ring, because so far, like Triplicate Titan, I'm just not that threatened of generally, but I assume that they're just going to keep putting more 3/3s into play. Hopefully they don't put a 3/3 Emrakul into play. That would be pretty tragic. Unless we can Phantasmal Image it. Let's just fetch now and get the F6 value, I guess. There's obviously misplays for this, but I'm just gonna do it and move on. Notably, that Bloodstained Mire, I believe, was dead moving forward. We don't have too many red sources. Next turn, stock up into Mana Crypt. Time Warp would be interesting. Really wish we had that Force and Negation for that Nexus. I think this game would probably just be over depending on what they play here. Oh, okay. Yep. Are they going to Profs? Yeah, that makes sense. Getting the token doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Nice. Yeah, Soul Ring Mana Crypt lets you do a lot of things. A Phantasmal Image might stabilize us a little bit. So stock up into maybe Phantasmal Image, Caracas. I think we get a 9/9 because this makes it a 3/3. So this should be templated or however it's worded to a 9/9. Like if I Phantasmal Image this. Okay, they still didn't play anything. That's so abysmal. They haven't done anything in the last 2 turns with this. But they had this. Okay. Well, that's an Oko, but sadly, we're going to stock up for the 2 cards, hopefully, I just said. Otawara actually isn't bad here. Because it says dies. We are going to have to win some flips. Yeah, we can't go Oko into Otawara, unfortunately. Yeah, because 1, 2, 3, and then there's 1 left. 2, 3, so yeah, okay. Next turn we can Oko their Nexus. And I can still just do this whenever because this is legendary. Let's just do it now. That attack probably wasn't correct now that I think about it because of the... okay, they finally took some damage because they have 8 back, but I can block the 5/3. Notably, that stock up, they go to the bottom, so even though it didn't find us a Caracas, it did dig 5 cards deep for Caracas that are just out of our way now. I will probably have to block this 5/3, though. If they attack with just the 5/3, maybe not. Because I do have the Oko. And depending on what they do, I could just Oko and Elk my Mana Crypt and then just start beating down. So yeah, they have to be careful too, because if they attack all out, oh, Dig Through Time, that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard to beat. Alright, Dig Through Time might be the nail in the coffin. I was getting my hopes up there for a minute since they just weren't Nexusing, but it's going to be hard to not find something to put into play with Nexus. And I assume that Triplicate Titan is not their best creature to put into play. Now, Renin 6 would be nice. Would be a nice draw here because it can get back the Otawara. We have Sleight of Hand to help find it. Technically an Explorer. They've gone through a lot of their deck. Alright, oh, and a Tolly. That's not good. Atali hit the mana drain. That's okay. That's fine. Atali for Ponder. That's fine. Karakas still, because remember this, the real Atali is exiled, so Karakasing here is actually totally fine. Now they can flip this because it's Phyrexian green, which is really annoying. It's gonna block the 5/3, absorb the most damage. They don't know I have an Oko. So Karakas here would put them to 6. To Fury. Okay. So Karakas here would put them to 6, which means they're dead to a mana crit. Yep. Okay, never mind. Okay, we did take that. Ooh. Can I do both? I could warp this, keep that in mind. That's 4 damage. That's 7. They die to a mana crypt flip. I think that's our best out, is just them just dying to a mana crypt flip. They want a lot of mana crypt flips. Oh, yeah, because if I do... Yeah. Sorry, they go to 5. They're going to block, obviously. How did I mess this up? Why did I think this was going to kill them? Maybe because I had the 5/3 and I just lost track of the 5/3. Yeah, I messed that up. If I had these as blockers, I have a mana crypt flip to kind of get out of it. But I messed that up really bad. Okay, so maybe it didn't matter. Okay, it didn't matter. That makes me feel a lot better. Cool. Doesn't mean it's not a misplay, but all right. 3 and 2. Let's try to go above 500. Yeah, they weren't doing much with all that mana that they could have been. Like, we should have just been super dead, but we got a fighting chance, and I got my hopes up. I think that's the most crushing part of that. Okay, we have a fetch land. We have a Ren 6. This is a keep. This is a perfectly functioning hand. And we can even go... No, we can't go island, slide a hand. Never mind, because we want a Ren 6 turn 2 if possible. So I guess it's Stomping Ground, go. Unfortunately, they're on the play. This hand is infinitely better on the play, but that's 99.9 repeating % of all hands, so maybe not, but it's pretty high up there. Oh, okay. Let's me get my Triome and my Mountain, and I believe that's it. I'm glad I took that Stomping Ground. Yep. All right, so I'm going to fetch for that next turn to just kind of guarantee I get my Mountain out. And then I can start using Ren to get back Prismatic Vista. Notably, I can also, just keep getting back this Arid Mesa to pitch it to the go bin. But I can also do that with the Vista. So like there's just a lot of things. Oh, Isotil is going to be annoying, but I do have a Phantasmal Image. They don't have any non-basics, which is pretty savage. Oh, I can Elk that. That's 4. And then this will go to 5. This will go to 5, so they can't kill. Let's get the Mountain out of the deck. do I need to elk it? So I can elk it and still Phantasmal Image it later and then get my own Isotil. And I do like getting Planeswalkers on the board here, so... They have to have burn, and then even then they have to choose between which one. Clearly they kill the Oko, but... Imagine if we had a Minx Gamboo in this deck. How good would that be? Next turn, I'm very likely to probably just play Phantasmal Image. Okay. Not attacking with the Fanatic. That kind of scares me because I don't know what they could have. That's 5 mana here. Like a Titania would be not too bad, I guess, in retrospect. Also, their mana base. Okay. Interesting. So they didn't attack. What do they have? Like Endurance? They don't have double white. Okay. Let's... Imaging here could just be like the world's biggest mistake of all time. But I think I'm going to do it just because it's also another 2/4 in play to block. Let's fetch up probably Island. Okay, I have 1 forest left. I have 0 forests left. Sorry, so let's slide a hand. And Keen-Eyed kind of gets opened up for next turn. Oh, Titania? Yeah, let's take a Titania. And then let's play the Gobin. Let's just make a food. I could see elking the Fanatic, but I really don't want to. Alright, what do they have? Okay, they just had nothing. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense, but not attacking with the Fanatic there when it was free to do so is kind of throwing me off. I don't know this cube as well as I know my own cube, so I don't know what they could have had there, but clearly it was nothing, I guess. I do like that our Isotils can bounce off of each other. So Oko is still fine if they put in a fatty that can't attack immediately. Okay. Oh, a Beseiju would have been a nice land for us to get too. Now keep in mind my fetches are dead at this point. Even if I get Bloodstained Mire, I can't get Trop or Breeding Pool. But they can make 5/3s, which is probably what they're going to do. Ooh. Let's play a land. No, because they don't, yeah. I guess Mana Tithe here would be absolutely horrendous. And since we have the Sylvan Safekeeper, it's kind of free to do so. Okay, so Titania came around. Let's just elk the food. If they were black, I would have focused on the keen-eyed there, but they can kill my Isotil for free, but Isotil did its job. That's fine. Yeah, double block the Isotil. No? Okay. I mean the Gobin should have attacked, but I don't think it's gonna matter. But I did, maybe that is a bad attack into a bad block or whatever. Let's just get rid of the Bloodstained Mire. In the turn, all of our stuff has Shroud. They are under a little bit of pressure, and by a little bit I mean a lot. They haven't done anything in the last couple of turns. I'm very interested to see what's in their hand. Maybe they're a sneak attack deck and they're holding back the sneak attack, which I think at this point is just wrong. Like maybe they're trying to get second red source and then just kind of get us with like an Emrakul or something, which luckily we're at 17. I mean, our opponent here, it's probably like them salt roping, so to speak, but which is fine if that's the case, if that's what they want to do. They could also be thinking, of course, but the fact that they haven't done a whole lot means they're probably just disappointed in their draw, and that's why they're doing this. And if that's, you know, your prerogative, that's your prerogative. I'm glad that it did not just auto pass to our turn. That would have been very annoying. Alright, now they scoop. Yeah, Sylvan Safekeeper and Titania are both on the client. And so they're both in my Arena Cube. If you are ever interested in joining us, I highly recommend it. I've been focusing on the Arena Powered Cube, obviously. But once this goes down, I think at the end of this week, I believe, I will be posting more of my own personal cube. All right, so we officially are higher than 500. That's good. Yeah, this deck's not my most favorite of all time drafting, but it's doing pretty well. And if I can keep the punts out of my mouth, then we might be able to ramble off some more wins. But I would imagine we're going to get vintaged at least one more time. So let's just see if we can steal another win or two before we do that. Okay, Ignoble into Tireless Tracker is not bad. I don't think we have to play this Otawara, but I mean, I'm going to keep this. Our opponent going first again is kind of annoying. Okay. Maybe this is a Thoughtseize. No. Okay. Turn 1 Avacyn's Pilgrim. Okay. Pay 2 life. Play this Ignoble. Subjectively better than Avacyn's Pilgrim. It is for our deck. It does let us play the other side of this Gobin. It is our only source that lets us do that. Oh, tap land. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can just play a Gobin now. If we top deck a Forest, I might just play the Keen-Eyed, honestly, to keep up the Force. I think is better. They probably are a creature deck, but like Force of Will for like a Minx-Gamboo on the next turn would be kind of detrimental. Oh, this doesn't get what we want it to get. Yeah, because our Stomping Ground's already in play. Okay, so I'm going to go Otawara into Exploration into Bloodstained Mire. Or Explore, I mean, sorry. Okay, I don't hate that. I just wanted to leave up Force of Negation because one of the ways we just get extremely punished here is if they just go Minxgumbu, and I'm going to feel really happy if we get the Force of Negation it. It's too bad we didn't pick up a Hedge Maze, but none of our fetches get it anyways. Oh, a Strip Mine? Okay, that's just infuriating. I mean, I'm going to fetch because we need the double green anyways, and if they want to Strip Mine the Ketria Triumph, they Strip Mine the Ketria Triumph. Alright, hopefully we can untap land. No! Oh man, that's brutal. Okay, I don't want to stay. I need to advance the board. So we could have gone to our turn and gotten Mountain, but I didn't know we were going to play Wrenn and 6, and then playing Mountain into the Tireless Tracker, I don't know, it just didn't seem great to me. You know, Titania and just absolutely wreck us. Titania here might win them the game. Oh, Solitude? Okay, that's a little bit better for us. Come on, red or green source, yes. Glad I didn't get the Mountain, I guess. Let's get the Ketria. Now we can go Tireless Tracker into Ketria. Guide of Souls, okay. These aren't strong plays, but they're not weak plays either. Okay. Ooh, that was a nice draw. Because now we have Tireless Tracker next turn. I'm gonna go ahead and play out the Mox Emerald. I doubt they have a Wheel of Fortune, but you never know. And if they want to kill an artifact, unless it's Pest Infestation, okay, that's also fine. It's gonna make our Titania not as good. Yeah, that would have been a really nice time to have a Force of Negation there. Okay, let's slide a hand. Let's hope to find something. Phantasm Image would be fantastic. Snapcash Damage, what does that do? Absolutely nothing. It gets us Exploration, I think. Yeah. Okay, sure. It's also just another counter off on the Parallax Wave. I keep saying Exploration. I mean Explore. Exploration's an enchantment. They do similar things. Okay, so they probably remove another counter. I will block if they let me. Okay. I need to top deck a land in order to go Ketria into Titania to have 3 creatures to block with, which means I only have 1 creature to block with. But then I get all my stuff back, and I think we're winning at that point. We're definitely winning at that point. Come on, untap land. Untap land. Untap land. Untap land. Oh, an Oko. What does Oko do? I think Oko elking the clue might get it. Because now if they want to remove, okay, yeah, I was going to say it'll die. And they can only remove one thing now, I think. So we're alive for a little bit. Let's hope that they don't draw something good. Let's hope it's a land. I will exile that strip mine in a heartbeat. I will block first, because I think it's a mistake if they don't. Okay. And now we have Titania. And we have Oko to gain life. Oh, we have Oko to just trade? No, because we can't trade, because then they exile. Yeah, that's terrible. Let's not do that. Okay, let's play this Trop. Do we have enough to do both? Yeah, no. No, we do not have enough to do Force of Negation and that. Let's just... Food? Hold up Force of Negation? Because I think a Minxgamboo here kind of just loses it for us. They should probably blink the token here. Oh, they're going to blink their own Solitude. Okay, that makes sense. I'm glad I held the Titania then. I do think that this is a winning line for us. It's too bad we can't abuse the Snapcaster Mage, but it is what it is. I do think we can make this a 7/7 now. Oh, that's brutal. Well, let's hope that kills the Oko, not the Keen-Eyed. I guess we don't want it to kill the Oko, never mind, but if it does, it does. Yeah, and if they can play one more creature, that's going to be devastating. Don't want to go too low. My turn. Oh, Phantasmal Image. On the Solitude seems great. And are we supposed to exile the Skyclave or the Soul Guide? Probably the Soul Guide. Just getting a flyer on this board would be detrimental to us. We do need to start getting them dead. We have up, gain 3 life and Force of Negation. Next turn we can start attacking with Solitude. Thank God we exiled the Soul Guide. Let's just trade those off. Okay, Solitude's actually a nice one. Or Subtlety, I mean. I would like to draw a land so I can Titania and leave up Force Negation. This I am going to force. No, thank you. Now we can sacrifice this to gain life. My turn. Oh, a time warp? And now they're forced to block. Good game. All right. That was good. That Soul Guide, Guide of Souls was Chef's Kiss to Exile. I'm very glad I did that. Yeah, Ocelot Pride. I don't give it enough credit. I hate that it's a 1/1. It just dies to everything. It's kind of like the Ragavan problem where, like, if they have a blocker, they have a blocker. But, like, Soul Guide just elevates that card so well. And if you have any other, like, incremental life gains somehow, I mean, clearly the Solitude being able to gain them life was great. It made it to where my Solitude couldn't really attack very well. Oh, this hand. I do not like this hand. This hand is very slow, and it's just mono 3-drops. Mulligan to a Mana Crypt. Okay, we'll mulligan to a Mox Emerald to Shauna's Nova. That's fine. Keep 6. What are we going to put back? Maybe the Nova. I think I like everything else here. Mother of Runes. Okay, that can die at our leisure. I was checking to see if Nova was a legendary. Let's Mox Emerald. Let's Pyrite. And then let's leave up Mountain, even though this really needs to get an island, probably. Yeah, hopefully they don't go Mox Legendary. If they do, whatever. That's fine. Oh, Spear. Okay. Spear is kind of annoying. Speaking of annoying. I mean, if they spend their turn equipping, that's fine. I think I am just going to... I just want to draw a card here. And I don't mind getting Island here because we have other blue cards to play. But obviously I would like to get preferably a Stomping Ground or a Ketria Triome. Okay, that's not the worst. I mean, that's basically a Stomping Ground, right? We do have a Subtlety. I don't know if we're going to need to use it. I do like that I can go Talisman into Karakas, though, now. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's put that back on top. And then we can Karakas it. Because that's not doing much anyways. And then they're going to put it on top without knowing that we have a Karakas. Because we played our lands as well as we could have, in my opinion. Great, so that's going to waste their draw next turn. Now they can attack me for 3, probably. Oh, yeah. They probably should attack me for 3. I mean, I have this Pyrite Spellbomb. Oh, I can even Wasteland? And then next turn I have Ren in 6. All right, go. I mean, I like our position. And then we have all the colors of the rainbow at that point. Okay, that's kind of annoying. But we can kill Giver. No, okay, we'd have... Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, maybe they attack with Mom this time. Yeah. Because this can give protection from colorless, so I kind of have to kill it. But Mom can protect herself, but this can't protect itself. So I think I'm going to go Pyrite Spellbomb, kill the mother, and then untap, kill Lightstall. Oh, I even found a Ketria Triome land. That's great. I could go get Mountain to save the life. But I'd rather get the Triome, I think. I guess maybe at this point Triome's kind of meh, because I can cycle it. Then I'm going to get Stomping Ground with it. I am going to kill this Lightstall, though. If they want to, they probably equip, but they can't kill my Ren in 6, I believe, unless I'm mathing wrong. Alright, now we just need to basically draw anything. Not land. Famous last words. Yep. Oh, I know. This goes to 2, not... Yeah, okay. Whatever. I don't know why I thought this went to 3. So now I can just get my Ketria Triome. Noble Hierarch's not ideal. In fact, I would say that it's pretty terrible. We're going to lose to this... Oh, wow. That's incredible. Yeah, I like the way we played this game, but it doesn't look like it's going to shape out. I mean, I guess we get to grow the Ignoble now into Sentinel. Okay, I do like Sentinel. I'm not going to play it here because it's going to tap us out. But I can play it next turn. No attacks. And then maybe that's good enough. Yep, that is how that works, but we get to Caracas it next turn. I am going to block. I think I eat the 1/1. It's only 1 extra point of damage, and they're going to have this ability regardless. Let's spread the love. Oh, an Otawara. Okay, that can kind of get him. Let's bounce this Adeline now. Please don't have a Parallax Wave. I am kind of happy that they're drawing into a bunch of lands. Phyrexian Revoker. What is that going to name? It can't name lands. But I guess it's free to play, technically, because they can just go that into the Adeline. So is it going to name the Talisman or the Mox Emerald, I guess, would be the best? Because it can't name tokens either. It has to be a card. So it can't name map. Pirate Spellbomb. Okay. That's fine. That's fair. I mean, it's already in the yard, but, maybe we can get it back with, like, a regrowth effect. I think regrowth's in the cube. There's also, I could have a Time Twister. Okay. Then you do get to attack. Do I bounce now? Hmm. Let's bounce the Giver. I would like to attack and get a map token. Okay, I do think that's wrong. I think you're supposed to, like, pro-green one of the other two. Probably the Enduring Innocence, I think, is the best line there. Because now I get a free attack. Because it's going to be a 4/5. Phantasmal Image. Great. I could even theoretically Phantasmal Image their Phyrexian Revoker. I don't think that's the correct play. But if they play Adeline here, I'm just going to bounce it again. Okay. If they attack, I get free eats. Okay, that was a decent draw there. So I can get my own Adeline, but they have 1/2s to chump the attack. So maybe I just get second Sentinel. I do need to do this now before Giver, which is unfortunate. Now keep in mind, I cannot target the Phantasmal Image one with this. Like, ever. Tireless Tracker, I don't like. Okay, we are chipping away. I want to put this here on the Ignoble. Titania, I love. Absolutely love. I can even bounce the Titania and replay it later. Don't have a Wasteland target this time. I don't know if that attack did anything except for decrease Adeline's power. Sorcery, okay, that's fine. He should have chose creature because I have. Yeah, he should have played that first and then this into creature. Is there a mountain still left in my deck? I think so. But you know what there definitely is? There's definitely forests and islands. So hmm. I think I'm attacking with. Do I attack with both sentinels here? I think that's wrong because they have the Adeline. So I think I just attack with the one. Let's see what that does. I just really hope they don't top deck a Parallax Wave. Parallax Wave would absolutely put me out of my misery. Okay, I'm okay with chump. Okay, what? Okay. I mean, this thing has vigilance. It's not like it's costing me a blocker. I'm going to keep growing this one, I think. I can't grow the other Sentinel, as I've already said. And Titania is already a massive target. And I do want this to kind of outpace the Adeline. Stock Up I like, because it could find me a way to just absolutely end this game. Potentially should have fetched beforehand, but if I need to fetch, I will. Notably, Giver can give a non-legendary creature pro-green. Let's go to blocks first before they like realize that that was probably a mistake. Hmm. It's fine. If they want to pro-green, then I can bounce. Okay. That's fine if that's what's happening. No, I'll just wait. This can force me to attack them. Oh, they can target the Sentinel that can die immediately. That's kind of really bad for us. That's really bad for us. Yep. I do need to end step bounce the. Oh, did they not? Okay, they didn't leave. They can't. Okay. Because keep in mind, they could have won this game fairly easily, I feel, if they would have just or if they can get me to tap out of my Caracas and I can bounce the Adeline before they can give it like protection or whatever. They just let that happen. Okay. That's probably fair, but now I get to untap. I do value the stock up because stock up finding whatchamacallit is just kind of lights out Sylvan Safekeeper, which it did. And I even have Mana Drain. What does Snapcaster Mage do for us? Absolutely nothing. Okay, this might be the win. Their life doesn't matter. Let's just go ahead and decrease the amount of creatures they can have. I guess they have pro whatever, but this gets us a token. They should definitely block pro green whatever, but because they don't have a second legendary. That's fine. Adeline doesn't win them the game, I don't think, so Mana Drain. I shouldn't Mana Drain it. I hope that they don't animate the Gideon. I think it comes at 4. I don't want to highlight it. I don't want to give them ideas. But, oh, that Gideon. Okay, yeah, let's just Mana Drain that Gideon. Alright, this should be a win. We get to untap with 6 5/3s. Seven 5/3s, I guess. Attacking here would be ridiculous. Oh, they get to draw a card, I guess. Two cards, okay. This has been a pretty fun game. Oh, they had a Black Lotus in their deck the whole time. Interesting. I do need to make more dudes end of turn. Why didn't I wait till end of turn? Whatever. I got overzealous, I guess. It's interesting that they chose to do that over making a clue, though. Okay, so I guess let's do some math. So they block here, 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 here. They're currently taking six, yeah. I'm going to keep the Caracas, because why not? It's going to take away a blocker regardless. Okay, yep, I was going to say, just a waste of time at that point. Oh man, that was fun. All right. What are we at? 5 or 6? I think we're 5. 5 wins? Wow, that was our 6th win. That's incredible. Yeah, I would love to get a 7-2 here. That would be fantastic. Let's get a Mana Crypt draw. Come on. We deserve it. We deserve a Mana Crypt draw. Yeah, Caracas just soloed that game. Absolutely soloed that game. And that lineup, that setup with how we played our cards was very strong. Very strong. Okay, we got a Mana Crypt, but we can't do much with it. I'm going to keep, because we can go Gobin, Pyrite, Spellbomb, and then go from there. I just don't know if our hands are going to get much better than like this start. Okay. Well, I'm probably just going to warp out this Nova. Oh, can I warp and Phantasmal Image? No, I cannot. Well, that's too bad. I think I want to draw a card end of turn because I would like to set up a double Nova Hellkite. I will probably crack my Pyrite Spellbomb. Because just hitting them for 8 out of nowhere would be really nice. Hopefully they don't have like an Abrade effect to kill our Mana Crypt. Hitting them for 8, and then maybe it's like a Stomping Ground that we find off Pyrite Spellbomb, and then I can just hard cast the Nova again. Notably, if they just play a 2 toughness creature here and I draw a land, an untapped land the next 2 draws, then I can kill it as well because I get to target. Okay, 2 mountains. Okay, Magda, that's fine. Let's just tap to draw a card. Okay, that's an untapped. Don't. Awesome. Good Mana Crypt. Okay, this is going to get the Stomping Ground. Let's warp this. Kill. Oh, it gets better. All right. That was a really good draw. Because now we can hard cast the Nova Hellkite next turn, hit them for 8 again. I love Phantasmal Image, but yeah, I'm glad I took this Nova Hellkite. If we can get there, this would be 2 wins that it got us. Oh yeah, that's dying immediately. Hopefully they can't target our Phantasmal Image Hellkite. No, they cannot. Let's win another coin flip. Fantastic. Yeah, let's just hit them for 8 here. Yeah, good game. Ah, man, that's 7-2, and it was fast. Oh, yes. And we're 1 away from Diamond. Yeah, that was fantastic. I can't believe this deck went 7-2. What did we get? I cannot believe this deck went 7-2. I did not think that this was possible. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, there it is. Our sideboard, absolutely nothing. We did have to play some in not necessarily bad cards. I mean, one of these is banned, right? The profs in standard now, but I'm not. We had some filler. I'll say that we had some filler. Um, but you know what? The meat was there. The Mana Crypt came in clutch that last game. This Nova Hellkite, which was just a like literal whatever, we'll play it if you remember. Won us 2 games. That was great. Phantasmal Image. Oh, where is it? The Phantasmal Image. I love this card so much. Like in my cube at least, it's just so strong. And then this cube it did some work for us too, like the Solitude. I think we would have lost that Ocelot Pride game potentially. It's hard to say, but I don't like my position if they kept that Soul Guide and had a flyer and just get us with the flying Ocelot, right? So I'm pretty sure we lose that game. The Time Warp, we got on the wheel. I wasn't super excited about it, but that won us a game as well. That came in clutch. Tireless Tracker, I don't think ever did anything besides a clue that got 3-3 with the Oko. Renin 6 pulled some work. Kenai did some work dwindling down on that Ocelot Pride game. Gobin, I have a little bit more respect for this card. Not to say that I disrespected it, but it definitely helped filter through our deck. So that was nice. We never got to flip it because our only black source is Ignoble Hierarch, but yeah, this is just great. We got to do some mana draining. We got to do some force of negating. We had Wasteland, Renin 6, like that. Yeah, this deck was just absolute fire. And Caracas definitely soloed at least one of our matches. So anyways, I got to get going to work. I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next video. Good night.